Good morning, everybody. How the hell are you? So look at this. So this is my second day on my beautiful VFR800F 2016. Didn't get a chance to clean it yesterday, which was a shame. So what I'm going to do is just blow a bit of dust off it and give it a good old ride out today, and then give it a deep clean when I get home. I wanted to go out and try the bike again with the luggage on. I had a few problems yesterday with the handling of the bike, which was really bothering me. It all turns out it was just tyre pressure. So I don't know why, but the tyre pressures were down quite low. I'll have to check them again today to make sure I haven't got a puncture. But that was all my problems yesterday were caused by the tyres. I've just gone around the block on it, and I went around again last night, and it was absolutely fine. The handling on the bike is now where it should be. It's absolutely perfect. So all my worrying yesterday was warranted, because yes, the tyres were deflated. Very strange, considering it's just been serviced, but there you go. So either they've blown them up and there's a puncture, or they just didn't blow them up, I don't know. But anyway, that's sorted out now. So I've managed to get the luggage on. I figured that out. It took me a while. I've put it all on today. I don't need it, but I have put it on because I want to see what difference the luggage makes to the bike. And I've just driven down here to Himley and it feels exactly the same. Which is absolutely marvellous, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is, I don't think many places are open still, but we are allowed to travel now. So I'm just going to pop up to Shrewsbury Way, and if I feel okay then I'll pop over to Dinky's Diner and have a cup of tea. Alright, let's get underway. Oh, you do have to cock your leg over a bit longer with the bags on. That's no dramas. I can't wait to get a tent on the back of this, I tell you. Go camping. So it's going to be a nice day today, but it is quite chilly still. I think it's about 6 degrees at the minute, even though the sun's out, but it's quite early in the morning. My clocks are all wrong now because yesterday I also bought another battery for the bike. So I got a battery from Halfords and replaced it, because even though the bike was starting, it sounded like the starter motor was struggling. And I came across that when I bought the GSXR as well, and got the battery tested, and they said it was no good. But this one, it was starting, but quite reluctantly, and I was worried I'd got something wrong with the starter motor. But first thing to check obviously is the battery, so I tried it on the Optimate overnight. But the Optimate unfortunately couldn't maintain it, or couldn't fix it. It did try, so I popped off to Halfords, no dramas, got myself a new battery, put that on the bike quite easy. I'm no mechanic, and I managed to take the bike apart quite easily, and it's got a new battery, and hey presto, it starts perfectly now. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, the battery was a bit old by the looks of it, and just reaching the end of its life, probably hadn't been charged up for a while, which I suppose you've got to expect it on a, was it 5 years old bike now, and it only said it got 3,400 miles on it. So no dramas, no dramas. I'm feeling a lot happier going out on it now. I was worried it wasn't going to start at one point yesterday, because it was quite, you know, really struggling. But it did start. But now the new battery's on, it fires up straight away, which is perfect. These hot grips are fantastic. I've got them on setting 4, but because I've had the battery off, I forgot to reset the clock and everything. So I need to figure out how to do that. I'll do that when I stop at Dinky's. Feels good, man. This bike feels astonishingly good, even with the bags on. It's still a bit hot. There's 5 settings on these heated grips. and it remembers your setting when you turn off and on again, which is fantastic. So you press it in and the setting you're on pops up briefly on the dashboard and then goes off again. So I figured that out as well. Awesome. And it's also got miles per gallon and stuff on some, you know, on the dash, average miles and all that kind of stuff, but you may have to reach down and, you know, press the A and B buttons there, which is a bit of a shame. I thought there'd be like a little toggle on the handlebars, unless I'm missing it. So I'll have a look at that as well when we get there. Oh, it's a bit better day than yesterday, eh? It was grey and dull and muggy. It's horrible. At least the sun's come out for a bit. It's still a bit windy though. So guys, getting on towards Bridge North now. Lovely ride over the hills there. Oh man, the handling is vastly improved when you put air in the tyres. I can tell you that now. It's now not frightening at all. It is planted, corners lovely, absolutely beautiful in the corners, even with all the bags on. I think they're still on. Maybe I should check. Strewn one across the floor. Oh, you can stand up on this quite easy. What I can tell you as well is that the quick shifter is beautiful. I've got used to now not easing off on the throttle and changing it, because that's muscle memory, isn't it, over the years. So yeah, you just keep the throttle open and slide it in. It's immediate. It's fantastic. Man, I'm going to enjoy this bike. So going to enjoy this bike. I'm going to give it the clean it deserves. I'm going to scrub it, polish it, wax it, sort the chain, make sure that's alright. It's going to be gleaming later on today. Promise you that. If I make it back, of course. There's always that possibility, isn't there? But it feels good, feels really good. I've also ordered a stem mount to go in the stem, like I have on my GSXR. This is a 19mm one, so it's the biggest one they do. So I've gone for the same one, so I can use all my other attachments with it off the GSXR when I'm not using that. So I've gone for the stem mount HD again, the 19mm, and it literally just goes into the stem. The ball does, and you just turn the Allen key and it grabs the stem inside. Job done. I've also ordered a USB charging port, like I did on my GSXR as well, the same one. So I'm going to run it from the battery, you know, follow the existing wiring loom to where the dashboard is, and I'm going to velcro the USB port there so I can charge my phone up while I'm sat navving and all that good stuff. So I'm quite enjoying tinkering. I mean, I can't do mechanical and servicing and all that great stuff that you guys do, but I do like to do the cosmetic stuff and the stuff that I need, you know, the electric parts. I'm really looking forward to that. And like I say, I've got to check the chain out, because yeah, I don't know the chain. I don't know how long it's been on here. I guess since the bike was new, and the tyres also since the bike was new, so might also need to get some new tyres in the autumn, but we will see. Loving it so far, and there's loads of bikes about today, understandably. Do you know what, I'm not on my GSXR. I've got another bike up my rear, probably wants me to start overtaking, all that kind of stuff, but I'm not on my GSXR. I'm just going to let him get on with it and cocks his leg out. Always makes me laugh when they do that. I know they're saying hello, but I didn't know that when I started riding again last year. I'd never seen that before. people were overtaking me and sticking the leg out, and I was thinking, oh, what are they telling me? There's mud on the road, or stay to the left, or get out my effing way. And it took Neil to tell me, no, they're saying thank you and hello and, you know, greetings, that sort of thing. So that makes me smile. It just looks really funny. It must look really weird to a car driver, so if you do it to a car driver because they'll let you in or something, I must think, what's he shaking his leg at me for? Oh, look at this thing is wafting along. I'm in 4th gear. I suppose I've got to get used to the gearing because I'm again thinking I'm on my GSXR. I suppose I'm at 4th gear at 4,500 at 47 mile an hour. This is peace. This is peaceful, and this is why I love riding bikes. You just get, you know, solidarity. Yeah, you're on your own. What's the word I'm looking for? Solidarity? That's not the word, is it? But yeah, out on my own, you know, going at my own pace, no problems whatsoever. Yeah, I love riding. If you don't ride a bike and you're just watching these vids because you think they're cool, man, you should get on it. You know, get yourself a little 125. I had an RG Gamma 125 when I was 17, and I had that for about a year, and it was, man, it just meant freedom to me. I had a 50 before that, 50 MTX. Freedom, finally. You can go anywhere you want once you get a bike. Doesn't matter how big the engine is, you can go anywhere you want, and that's something you probably couldn't do before you got the bike, you know, if you're really young. So having a bike when you're young is just, oh, freedom. It's great. You can go anywhere, guys. So yeah, don't worry about the CC, don't worry about what type. You get what fits you, what you like, what CC you like, what you think you can handle, or what your license allows, and you just come and meet up. Don't worry about the big boys on the big bikes. I don't give a crap about all that. You'll find the bike community quite friendly with, regardless of what you're riding, you know, as long as you've got a helmet. So yeah, you should do this. This is soul cleansing. This is absolute soul cleansing. Solitude was the word I was looking for. Not solidarity, like togetherness. I meant solitude, aloneness. It's just you inside your helmet, listen to the rumble of a V4. What could be better than that? Apart from going around a racetrack on a 750 GSXR. But this is just, oh. Like I say, the same wow feelings that I had when I got my Suzuki, but for different reasons. But the same excitement and the same wow factor for me. It's just fantastic. This is. Can't bimbling around at 30. That bike just cruising along. No one's bothering me, I'm not near any other cars, so no dangers, just wafting along. Fantastic. I expect the police to be out in force today with their speed cameras, you know, jumping behind bushes. Yeah, don't really want to be doing any of that on a touring bike, do I? Hello, do you want to say hi? Sunnybridge North already? Just, God, the minutes and hours just disappear. Totally different feeling, obviously, to a sport bike. You know, a sport bike's always on edge, and that's fantastic in its own right. But just wafting along and troglytic. Wow. Really wind it up. Let's go. That's awesome.
Really? You need more power than that? Really? And I'm coming off a GSXR 750. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need any more than that for your little tourer. That is awesome. Loads of bikes going down there thinking that the cafe's open, the food stop cafe. I think it's all barricaded off. I'm not even going to attempt it. Not in any rush. It's only gone for that overtake. I'd have took all 4 of them cars on my Suzuki. I've got a top box and panniers on. Oh, you can stand up on it too. Wow, it's so easy to stand up on. Rest the old legs. I've got to say, this screen's doing a pretty good job, unless it's because I've got earplugs in. I can't feel much buffeting. I can now. I'm in the fields and it's coming from the left and right. But yeah, I can't feel much from forward. I did when I stood up, obviously. But that's pretty nice. I was thinking about getting a different screen, you know, a double bubble or something like that. I suppose I'll have to go on the motorway and try it. This seems okay at my height. Like I say, I'm 5'8" and a bit. I'm on the high seat setting and I can nearly flat foot both feet. Nearly. And it's just right. I'm not going to lower the seat. Ain't no way I'm going to be speeding today with the local cops in the villages. Not that I speed through villages at all, but they seem to just hang around corners like this one, and before you know it, you're lasered. I've been lucky up to now. Actually, I haven't really speeded up to now. I usually just bibble around like this. But sometimes, you know, you've got to have a little bit of fun, haven't you? This bike is fantastic. I don't care if people say it's an old man's bike, you know, all that kind of crap. I don't care. It's a bike, it's a sport tourer, and it's the best sport tourer in the world. I still think it is. It's fantastic. What a great weapon of choice this is. Great choice. Another leg out. Billy boots, mate. I've got luggage. I'm going to go to the shops on the way home and I'm going to get some shopping. Stick it in my bags, just so I can say I've used them. Well, this is a very comfy bike. What have I done now? 15 miles from home. Very comfy bike. My legs feel fine. They're just, you know, tucked up on the stand, on the foot pegs, not too high, not GSXR high. Gear shift, I've got used to the position of that now. Handlebars, they are a little low, so I suppose I could sit more towards the tank, but I don't feel comfortable doing that really. I could do, but they are quite low for a touring bike, but it is a sports tourer, so you are leaned over a little bit. The bar risers will help a little bit there, but I don't think you'll ever get upright on this bike unless you're over 6 foot. And if you are, then well done you. What's the weather like up there? Oh, another thing I've noticed is, even though there's no hand guards on the bike, I'm getting no wind on my knuckles. So on my fingers, these are not winter gloves, these are just racing gloves, and on a GSXR when I go out in the cold they just freeze my fingers. But I can't feel any wind. So the fairing's obviously pushing the wind around the handlebars, because if I put my hand out, then I hit the wind. If I put them back in again, there's no wind on my hands. That is brilliant, and I'm not sure if putting bar risers on will change that, but the setting that they're on at the moment, you know, the stock setting, I can't feel any wind on my fingers. Now that's pretty major, because people are always complaining on bikes about, you know, yeah, you got heated grips, but it's the top of your fingers they get freezing, and they're right. But I can't feel it on this bike. I noticed it when I was coming up that dual carriageway. So there you go. Don't think anyone's ever said that in a review before. I'll do a proper review on this when I figure out how to ride it properly. Lovely, lovely other bike riders saying hello. Everyone so far, and I've seen lots and lots. Every single one of them, either a nod or a leg out or a hand up. Fantastic. Love you guys. Love you all. 6th gear, 60 mile an hour, 4,000 revs, just over. Marvellous. Where's my cruise control? What are you doing, Honda? Where's my cruise control? It's lovely out here, isn't it? Totally different experience on a touring bike, a city up bike. You can see over the hedges more, so you can see more greenery, and I love all that rubbish. Laugh at me all you like, I know what I like. You ain't gonna change that. Right, let's see what 70 feels like. Blowing though, it is blowing. The wind is hitting me shoulders. At 70 it's a little bit better, I expect. Do you know, I've just thought I haven't got a sat nav or a stem mount to put my sat nav on. I can't remember the way. I think you go 3 roundabouts and then left. But I can't remember which turn is off the roundabouts. I'm usually either following Neil or just glancing down at the sat nav. Not sure. I think it might have actually been left there. I can't remember. On a knob end. Is it down there? It might be down there. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it is hitting my shoulders. Even if I go down, it hits my shoulders. So the screen's it's just not quite wide enough or high enough. And I would imagine after an hour of that, it would get quite annoying. But it's better than it's a hell of a lot better than lying down on a sport bike on the motorway, I can tell you that. An absolute fact. It's stable as hell though. Even though it's blown my shoulders, it's really stable bike. It's not wobbling around at all. Sometimes you get caught on the side, you know, when the wind hits the fairings. But it's absolutely fine. It's fantastic. I'm going to go down Somerset on this, which is, I've been dying to get down there over Porlock Hill and down into Lynmouth and Linton, my favourite part of the country. And I cannot wait to get down there. I was frightened to do it on my Suzuki, because obviously I've got to sit on the motorway for 2 hours. Didn't want to do that. I don't think it's left at this one. If I get this right first time, what do I win? That's never happened, by the way, so the odds are against me. I don't think it's left at this one. Might be the next one. If there is a next one, you'll actually end up on a motorway. Hello. It's a lovely cruiser, this bike. Lovely cruiser. We're in 4th gear now, and I'm doing 60 mile an hour. I'm pretty reluctant to go up to 6th really, but I'm on 6th there, and it's great. Oh, this bike's going to be phenomenal. Well, there you go. Right, I'm going to try a left at this one. He's screaming down the TV at the minute saying, "No, Dave, it's the one before, it's the one after, you knob end." The brakes are getting better. Yes, the brakes, I forgot to say, now I've been using the brakes for a little while, they're getting better. Everything about this bike is pointing to the fact that it's been standing still for a long time. I'm talking a year, maybe 2 years, I don't know, but everything about it is telling me that it hasn't been used at all. So the fact that the tyres needed sorting out, the fact that the brakes were really spongy, you know, all that kind of stuff, just makes me think that it's been sitting around this bike, like the GSXR was when I bought that. That was the same. Which is no dramas, obviously, other than the battery being ropey. That's the way it is sometimes, isn't it? I'm still trying to make a decision on what to do with my Suzuki GSXR now, because if this is enough for me, then I'm probably not going to use it as much, and it's a big shame, isn't it, to just keep something in the shed that you're not going to use, and it'll end up, you know, square tyres, knackered battery and all that kind of stuff. I really should give it somebody else to enjoy, I think, if that's the decision I'm going to make. I think I've come down the wrong road, haven't I? I think this is the wrong way. Oh, it is, you know. I win. There's the Shell garage. What do I win? What's my prize? I'll give you my PO box number. You can mail it to me, or hand it to me in person. Fantastic. All we need now is for it to be open. My camera's still going, you know. I haven't changed the battery. It'll run out just as I pull into Dinky's. Bet ya. Should have that as another bet. You betting men and women. Come on, this is going to run out in a minute, isn't it? It's been on far too long for this camera. It usually runs out after 40-50 minutes. And here we are. Made it. I was right, I was right, I was right. I'm usually terrible at navigation. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, you won though. The camera's still on. Right. I've got to go see if the toilet's open. I'm dying. Well, that was an awesome stop. Been talking for hours. I've got to get back and wash the bike, and chatting and chatting and chatting. Fantastic. Some lovely bikes here. Right, let's get this beauty home and check it out. I want to check it front to back, left to right, up and down. We're on. Oh yeah, get on. Right, see if I can find the way back home first time without sat nav. What about oh, the bags. See you later.
Take care.
Ta-ra, mate. Right, let's. Oh, the sun's out, look, blue skies. What's all that about? Got me freezing this morning. I'm still putting my heat grips on. Ah, this is wonderful. Great day out already. First proper ride out. Bike feels really nimble, you know, for a big old heifer. Really nimble. Even with the bags on, very strange. I expected it to be big and lumpy to ride, but it's not. It's proper darty, it's lovely. I keep worrying that my panniers are falling off because I haven't read the instructions how to put them on properly. I think I've got them on alright. Ah, so smooth, so smooth. Oh, it's just lovely. I don't know what else to say. Pretty speechless about this bike at the minute. Effortless power, effortless. Oh, the brakes are great. I apologise for saying the brakes were terrible. They are actually really good. I think I've worn them in now. I don't think they've been used forever. They're nicely worn in now. That quick shifter, look at it. Oh, it's just silky smooth. Oh, I just got that right over there on the right side. And yeah, there's definitely still a little edge on that tyre on the front. It's blown up now, so it's fine. I just don't think it's ever been put over that far. So I'm sure that'll wear off over time. But yeah, there was no dramas. It still went round fine. Ah, I'm loving this. Bags are still there. You can stand up so easy on this bike. You can just stand up, look in your mirrors. Great. I can't stop looking at the bags though. I've got to stop, haven't I? They're going to fly off. I love my bike. I love my bike. I really love my bike. Smooth as butter. The gearbox is incredible. Incredible. I've probably said it 10 times already. I can't get over how smooth that gearbox is. I never did the clocks when I was stopped. I never did them all. I was too busy chatting. But yeah, this gearbox is just, my god. I can't wait to strip the fairings off this and give them a good clean. I want to take the fairings off because well, hopefully my delivery's arrived with my USB charger and I've got to take the fairings off to put that on. So what I want to do is take them all off so So I think, like I say, I think this bike's been sitting around for a long time. Get them off and get them all cleaned inside and out. You little beauty, you. Right, scrub these tyres in a little bit. Oh, the brakes are really good. I know I've just said that, but they are proper good. I'm happy with that. More than happy with that. Neil, if you're watching, get yourself a second bike, mate. We'll have a blast doing a bit of camping. You've got to do that. Now that would be a laugh, no doubt. Right, right-hander, come on, just put that tyre in, Dave. Nice, 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 nice. Ah, perfect. Ah, listen to that little hum in the V4. Fantastic. I seriously didn't know how I'd get on with a V4. I mean, having never had one, I've always had sport bikes when I was a kid. But my god, mid-range on it, the torque, it's fantastic. It really is good for what its intended use is. Really, really is good for it. I'm going to enjoy getting out on this beauty. Some camping trips. Well, this is the life, boys and girls. This is what it's all about. There ain't nothing better than this. Nothing. Look at it. I think I was born to do this. I think. Always happy on a bike. Always. No matter what's going on in life, I'm always happy on a bike. I bet they are too. Very much Wenlock already. Much Wenlock. Didn't take long, did it? Lovely roads. Look at these roads. Wow, this bike, you can get right down on it, you know. I have more confidence cornering on this than I do on my GSXR. Probably because it's big and heavy, this one. It just feels really stable in the corners. It's awesome. That's enough of that. I mean, bank's still there. Keep doing that. Keep checking. Ah, this is just... it's majestic. Majestic, that's a good word, you know. What word would you use to describe a VFR800F? Is it? Or an FE? I would say majestic, because it damn well is. Wow, round of applause for this bike, everybody. This bike is superb. I've really enjoyed that. Man, that was a lovely ride out. Got no aches and pains at all. My hands are nice and warm. Most of the wind is cut out, say 65%. Most of it's hitting my shoulders, but it's still better than sporting. And this is faultless, this bike. Apart from a bit of wind, it is faultless. I might try my Panniers out and do some shopping. Should we do that for a laugh? These brakes are great, you know. Oh, I've still got a fair way to go, but it's a 90-mile round trip, that is, from my house to Dinky's Diner over in Shrewsbury. Didn't feel like it. Well, it hasn't at the minute, I can tell you that. Don't you dare. according to my little dashboard that I've just noticed on there, it says 57.5 mile per gallon. Is that live running or is that an average? Let's check it. So if I accelerate up here, it should be down, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's live, so 29.7. I thought that was average overall. I suppose I've got to press a button, which is a shame. Unless there is, I can't see one. A button on the dash to scroll through. I really don't want to reach for those other buttons. Yep, checking the bags. It's going to be my pastime, is it now? Just checking bags are still there. This is very good in the corners. It likes to duck and dive in the corners. Not on bumpy corners though. That's a bit scary. It's great being able to turn your head, I can tell you that. And those lanes then, that road then, my favourite road, that was fantastic fun. That was as much fun as it is on my GSXR, and I've got bags on this. I've just dipped that right down in the corners and it was marvellous. I could tell you, absolutely marvellous. There ain't no problem with this cornering, I can tell you that. That's what you're worried about if you're looking at maybe buying one. There's no problems at all. It enjoyed that, and so did I, man. Thank you very much, Honda. That was bloody brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I wonder what time it is. According to my dashboard, it's 7:29. Feels very safe, this bike. Very, very safe. Yeah, I do like it a lot. Have you gathered that by now? Have you sort of picked that up? That I think I've made the right choice, yeah? So it now begs the question, do I really need the GSXR 750 still? As much as it was my childhood dream bike, as this was for Tourer. It took me 9 months to find that GSXR. You can't get them. It's pretty rare, man, in that colour. And it's bone stock with the Yoshi slip-on R11. Oh, I've done loads of mods to it. Should I let somebody else enjoy that, or do I keep it as a second bike? I think it's, if I like this so much, unless Neil comes down, you know, from Macclesfield on his Kawasaki, I'd probably go out on this all the time. I don't know. Oh, my head's spinning. This has put me my head in a tiz. Can you believe I'm sitting here on a VFR800 considering selling my dream bike at home? That's just, that ain't cricket, is it? It's screwing with my brain. This bike will do everything I need it to do, I think. Everything. I mean, what's the likelihood of me going on track days? I've never done one, and I don't know. Maybe the TT next year, but is it worth keeping the 750 just to go to the TT? I don't know, I really don't know, you know. You're gonna have to help me, guys. I don't know what to do. I'm all of a tiz. Wow, this really doesn't mind getting over. Oh, that's superb. Right, I'm going to shut up saying how fantastic this bike is until I do the review, okay? Oh man, bro, I've given the game away already, haven't I? It's terrible! Don't get one, it's absolute rubbish! Oh man. Getting nods all over the place today, which is great. Is the camera still going? Yeah. What a day! What a day! What a day! What a day! It's a beautiful day as well. Fantastic. I am made up. Absolutely made up. Right, let's get home and let's have a look at what we've got with this bike, see what the chains are like, etc, etc, see what the colour of the oil is. Not that I know what I'm doing. Yep, looks like oil, tastes like oil, smells like oil, goes on my body like oil. Oh. Well, I've just you know, I've just realised I've just gone all the way from home to Dinky's Diner without stopping, and I went all the way from Dinky's Diner to home without stopping. Now, I have done that before, I think, but only out of necessity. Yeah, I didn't realise, to be honest. I'd usually be looking at somewhere to stop in Bridgenorth, so have a little bit of a break. For this, straight over. You do feel the weight of this though when you stop, I'm going to admit that. You definitely do feel the weight. Hell of a lot heavier than my Suzuki, my little nifty 750. But that said, when you're at speed, you know, up to speed and pootling about, it is effortless and it adds to the stability of the bike, so it's fantastic when you're riding. Right, I'm going to go do some shopping. I get some bread and milk and some stuff. And I figured out that I can fit the helmet in the top box. Did I say that already? I don't know. Anyway, I can. So that's brilliant. So I was trying to figure that out yesterday. How would I go to the shops with a helmet in my hand? And carry a shopping basket, etc. But yeah, just chuck it in the top box. I will demonstrate. Oh, I can't because the camera's on it. Right, I'm going shopping. See you in a bit. Right, check this out quick before my battery runs out. See if I can get the shopping in. Awesome. Get the bowls in there. Get the bacon sarnies in there. Look at that.